How's it going? Everyone okay? I think I'll fix the score today, so the score should be working. It's working. How's everyone doing? Hope you're good. Uriah says hi. Bagwell says hi. How are you, Durwood? Hope you're good. We're having another heat wave in the UK, so I'm kind of dying, but I hope you're good. Aeon says score prediction. I think 2-1. I think probably win this 2-1, but let's see. They're just coming out now. I did try to get tickets for this. I couldn't. But you win some, you lose some. It looks like they're wearing the away kit today. I can't lie, the away kit's crap. The away kit's kind of growing on me. I see. It still kind of looks like a Man United kit, especially when you see the top of it. But it is growing on me slightly. I haven't quite decided if I prefer the away kit or the home kit yet. We have been hot this week too. Yeah, it's crazy, man. But I'm hoping we're getting towards the end of the hot weather. Then we get the glorious cold weather back. Because cold weather is better than hot weather. And that's a hill I'm willing to die on. Especially here, I got a window. There's a window here. And all I can feel is the heat on my face. How you doing, NASA? 220. That is shocking and disgusting. I saw the Salah tweet. That was something, at least. But yeah, it's not good, man. NASA supports Liverpool as well. Very nice. Have you got a favorite player, NASA? My favorite player is not playing today, which is kind of unfortunate. I have so much more respect for Salah. Yeah, same. He didn't have to do that, especially with kind of the with the whole kind of Ballon d'Or situation. So it was nice that he's done that and kind of brought a bit more kind of publicity to it. Visca says, "What do you think about the Ekitike transfer?" I guess we'll find out. I guess we'll find out today. He looked okay in the Bilbao game. He got an assist. I'll be honest. On the face of it, it seems like a lot of money. But I'm eager to be proven wrong. I saw Nunes went yesterday as well, which is quite interesting. But yeah, I mean Ekitike looks okay, but he's a data signing. He's not a what's the word? He's not romantic signing. What's the word? He's not a narcissistic signing. What's the word when I forget the word. Not narcissistic. What's the word when like it'll come to me eventually. But anyway, he's a data signing, so I hope he does well. Joker says Ryan Gravenberch, yeah. Apparently his wife's having a baby or something. So that's why he's absent. We have to remember as well that he is suspended for the first game of the season anyway. So the baby was almost timed perfectly. Like if it had been a week later, that would have been ideal. But it is what it is. NASA likes Yamin Yamal. Good choice, good player, definitely. John Wick says Man United are cooking, linked with Baleba. Yeah, I think they'll get Baleba. I don't quite think they'll cook, but I think they will get Baleba, and I think they'll improve. He put real life ahead of football. Not many in this position would do that. Yeah. That's the thing. Even though he's right to do that and he's correct to do that, certain other people would perhaps think that and not say anything. So I think the fact that he's coming out and saying something as one of the kind of biggest players in the world, it just shows that he's got integrity. How are you, Jenny? Jenny says, are you over the moon that you got rid of the worst striker in the Premier League? The Andy Carroll wannabe Darwin Núñez. Over the moon is perhaps an exaggeration. Like over the moon would be like 10 out of 10 happy. I'd say I'm more like 8 or 9 out of 10. I'd say I'm very happy. Over the moon would be like an exaggeration, but I'm at the same level as the moon. I'm not quite over the moon. Me and the moon are currently parallel. How are you, Mubarak? Hope you're well. Hope you're good. Under the floodlights says breaking news. My visa is accepted. Goodbye, UK. Ha ha ha. Well, this is new information. Like visa for where? Is it like a work visa, or is it like a holiday visa, or is it like a permanent visa? Do let us know. Derwa's looking forward to seeing Gahey playing. Me too. Hopefully, I was saying hopefully he can play one half for each team. I don't know if it quite works like that, but I'm looking forward to seeing him play. 100%. Mubarak says Ronaldo or Messi. Probably Messi for me, to be fair. But equally, like if people say Ronaldo, I understand. Okay, they're just about to kick off. I hope you like the new color scheme. I was trying to match the new shirt. Yeah, and then I realized it looks like more of a Merry Christmas kind of theme, but it is what it is. I love how everyone who left this summer got a nice shout out from Liverpool, except for 66. Yeah, me too. It is hilarious. Like Núñez got a good one. Diaz got a good one. Nat Phillips got a good one. I'm sure if the cleaners who clean the kitchens leave, I'm sure they'll get a good shout out as well. 66 got the most unemotional, professional type of, and I say professional as a bad thing in this context, but the most kind of boring sign off. Like the 66 one was just, yeah, he's gone. Whereas the other ones were, oh, we're going to miss them. We wish them well. We wish their family well. We're grateful for their contributions. Crystal Palace just kicked it out. I don't know what they're doing there. But yeah, that does make me smile. How everyone gets a nice send off, but he doesn't. Visca says Darwin was not ready for the Prem at the time of the transfer. He has a lot of time to improve, though. Yeah, I think that's fair. He does have raw. I mean, It feels a bit like, you know, when someone's passed away, you then say nice things about them, even though you maybe didn't necessarily think nice things about them when they were alive. But yeah, I mean, I agree. I think he's still got a lot of kind of raw skill. He's still athletically very good. He needs to work on his finishing. He needs to work on the mental side. But you're right, he can still improve. He can still improve. And time is ahead of him. RZA Yeva says, me Mahmoud, 13 years football, Azerbaijan. Very nice. What position do you play, Mahmoud? Do you play a particular position? Just realized I got the fan on and I don't even have it pointing at me. So I was thinking, what am I doing? Jenny says, Isak, if he signs for Liverpool, title over before it starts. What do you think? Pretty much, yeah. The other teams have strengthened, but they perhaps haven't strengthened enough. Although I will say for your team, Jenny, Reinders, he's looking pretty good. But you have got another injury to Rodri, haven't you? So that's a bit concerning. But yeah, I think if Isak signs for Liverpool, it's pretty much game over. The only perhaps caveat to that is I think Liverpool desperately need a centre back because they've got Van Dijk, they've got Konate, and that's pretty much it. They've got Joe Gomez. Good pass by Wirtz to Ekitike. Wirtz is on the left, which is quite interesting. Oh wow, Ekitike scored. What the hell? So I think somebody asked me a question earlier. Where is it? Visca said, what do you think about Ekitike transfer? I take back everything I said 5 minutes ago. To be fair, I didn't say anything too badly. That was a nice finish, to be fair. That guy with the beard who you see celebrating, his name is Mario. If you ever go to the tour at Anfield, he does the tour there where they kind of show you around. But yeah, his name's Mario. Passed by Wirtz to Ekitike. Ekitike was onside. Passed it back to Wirtz. I mean, that's entirely the new signings kind of linking up there, to be fair. You think about it. Wirtz to Ekitike, Ekitike back to Wirtz, Wirtz back to Ekitike, Ekitike outside of the box, low shot right in the corner. So I think in response also to kind of what Jenny was saying, if Isak signs, you think the title is over? Pretty much. Nice goal, that is. Let's change the score. I've just put it, giving it 1-0 to Palace. There you go. Yeah, it was nice. It was a really nice goal. And what I love about that, what kit is Alisson wearing, by the way? Is that the away goalkeeper kit? Because I've not seen that kit publicized anywhere. I've only really seen the home kit, which is green. But yeah, what I love about that goal, it's pretty much entirely the new signings just linking up there. Liverpool thanked everyone and good luck. Yeah, that's literally it. Everyone got oh, thank you for your efforts. We're gonna miss you. We love you. You're amazing. And well, for 66, it was like, yeah, bye. and it was barely. To be fair, it wasn't even a bye. It was just, yeah, he's gone. Yeah, he's gone. So I do quite love that. Jenny says, absolutely gutted about this. Man City's Rodri unlikely to be fit until after September break. Yeah, I was gonna say I understand the gutteration, but that's not a word. But yeah, but I understand being gutted about that. Rodri is amazing. Even when he came back towards the end of last season and he played a little bit after the injury, he still looked amazing then. I mean, hopefully he's back soon. How are you, Dan? I hope you're well. Some people think Nunes was a flop and a waste of money. To a certain degree, yeah. It didn't work out. But equally, like, they got most of their money back. I think that's point number one. Point two, I think they've learnt a lesson. They've learnt a lesson to not spend a lot of money based on impulse. You know what I mean? Because Nunes was not a data signing. So it's to a certain degree, they've learnt a lesson to not spend significant sums of money based on emotional impulse and instead do your research, collect the data. So it could be worse. I think it could be worse, all things considered. I'd say a flop is more like Naby Keita, because like Naby Keita, they had big hopes for. They paid a lot of money. He collected a lot of wages and then he left on a free. So I think the exception with Nunes is at least they got a bit of money back. Harry says, hello, how are you? I'm good, not too bad. How are you? Are you still in Spain or are you back? Yet? I'd love Liverpool to win, but I really would not be bothered if Palace wins. Both teams very deserving. Yeah, same to be honest. Even though Liverpool are up here, it's Community Shield. So if we win, I'll be happy for a few hours, and then I'll forget about it by tomorrow. Equally, if we lose, I'll be sad for a few hours and then forget about it by tomorrow. Dan says, Liverpool being linked with Barcola as a replacement for Diaz. They are. The thing, I don't know if this is controversial, but like Barcola is going to be expensive, and I don't know if Barcola significantly moves the needle with respect to what we already have. Personally, I'd just keep Rio and Gamoa as the kind of competition on the left side. And then that money, which they might spend on Barcola, I'd just target that on Isak. And then if you don't get Isak this year, get him next year. So like kind of save the money kind of thing. I'm just in pain because I'm burnt. It's proper hot here as well, especially this side over here where I've got a window. I was looking at temperatures for Spain and a few other places. It's even hotter there, to be fair. Also happy because I'm going to Barcelona on Wednesday. Very nice. What have you got planned for Barcelona? I went there last year. It was really good. If you get the chance, go to La Sagrada Familia, which is like an old kind of type of church thing. It's pretty cool. Ooh, Liverpool on the counter here. Ooh, poor pass by Gakpo. Oh no, if you have aloe vera, put it on. I've actually got a giant aloe vera plant. I might give that to Harry. Very jealous of your Barcelona trip. Yeah, Barcelona is amazing. I've got half the sun, but don't be jealous. Hello, Vera. Yeah. Free kick, Crystal Palace. How many minutes? We've been 10 minutes. I mean, looking okay based on the first 10 minutes. Can't lie. Also, Nunes and Diaz were club signings and not slot signings. Yeah. I think that's. I think Diaz is a signing. I think I mean, if you were to grade Diaz as a signing out of 10, Eze takes a shot, it goes wide. Maybe I'd give Diaz like a 7 out of 10. So I think Diaz was an okay signing. But yeah, I think from with respect to Nunes in particular, they've learnt the importance of looking at the data rather than using nepotism. That was the word I was looking for earlier. Where I was like, what's the word? And I was like, I couldn't figure out the word. That was it, nepotism. I can't believe international break is next month already, but when I move, it will be during the break. Okay, good timing at the very least. Yeah, I think, do we have like 2 Premier League games and then there's an international break? It's so annoying, isn't it? It's like you wait forever. You wait forever to the Premier League to come back. It comes back, and then they disappear again. It's annoying. It's annoying as hell. I can't lie. Good timing. Good timing on the move though. I'm going on holiday in October, and I made the mistake of not checking when the football fixtures are. I've added that to my list now of things I check. So now it's on the list, but I made the mistake of not checking when the football fixtures are. And I'm going away in October for 10 nights. And by sheer coincidence, it's during the international break. Like, I didn't even plan that. Ooh, his words to Salah, but it's probably too out wide. I'm only going to miss the Chelsea game, which is on the day that I'm going. Gakpo! Ooh. But yeah, I'm with you. Going forward at the, I'm gonna plan things around the international break as well. But yeah, thankfully, when I go away in October, by sheer coincidence, it's during the international break. I have an aloe vera plant and live by that thing. I'm very clumsy. I've actually got like a giant aloe vera plant upstairs. Like it's I don't actually use it. I probably should, because like it grows massiver and massiver every 3 months. So I should probably start using it. Oh god, Palace are through. I hope they're offside. Oh, that's a really good save by Alisson, to be fair. I think it was Mateta through and Alisson just like tackled him with his foot. Oh, come on, that's not a penalty. Is there VAR here? Sar's gone down, but he'll be jumping up in about 5 seconds. Is there VAR in this? Players deliberately gone down there. It's tricky though, because defenders are gonna stick a foot out, and when they do that, as a striker, you know that if you go down, you've at least got a 50% chance of getting a penalty. For me, there's nothing in that. It's just a tour. Is that what you're doing in Barcelona? You're going on a tour there? Diaz was 9. Yeah, pre knee injury, he was electric. He was unstoppable. Did you see Konate and Liverpool are in talks for a new contract? Yeah, hopefully that gets sorted. They're just showing the replay. That for me is not a penalty, but it is what it is. Is that Mateta who's taking it? They've scored. Generally don't think that was a penalty, but that's live sometimes. But yeah, with respect to Konate's contract, hopefully they can get that sorted. Fingers crossed. Dan says Patrick Schick from Leverkusen is a forward player Liverpool should look at, as well as Victor Boniface. They're good players. I think the kind of impression I get is that with respect to a striker signing, Liverpool are in the kind of they're shopping in like the expensive end of the market. Yeah, that's genuinely not a penalty for me. Why can't Liverpool wear red? I mean, red surely wouldn't clash that much with kind of pink and blue, surely. But anyway, Verts to Kirkes. Okay, three games before break. That's a bit better, to be fair. That's a bit better. Charlie says, did Hugo score? He did. It was a nice goal. Assist by Verts. Ekatike's hold-up plays pretty good. Is Alisson's kit, is it grey or is it like black? It looks more grey. The the downfall of AC Milan is crazy, from the best in the world for like 20 years to struggling. Yeah, they're one of those teams who you always used to be kind of scared of. What's Szoboszlai doing there? Wake up! Who you always used to be scared of. Not just for the fact that it was AC Milan, but the fact that they also had the San Siro. But yeah, these days it's nothing to be concerned about. Dan says Rodrigo from Real has also been linked to Liverpool. He has. I don't know if that would happen, to be fair. I think they're in the market for like a centre forward. And the kind of flip side to that is, if they don't get the centre forward they want, i.e. Isak, I think they'll probably just save their money. They'll probably just save their money for the next time. Robin says, live from Malawi. Very nice. How are you, Robin? Hope you're doing good. Kirker's in a lot of space on the left. Szoboszlai to Frimpong. What? What the hell happened there? What was that? Did that take a deflection? What? What even was that? Am I imagining things, or did that go in? I think it did go in. Delwood says Frimpong. Harry says 2-1. Another new signing has scored then. So let's see what happened. Kirkes to Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai thinks he's Van Dijk with the crossfield ball. Goes to Frimpong. Frimpong. That's the thing is, like, if it did not take a deflection, which makes it all the more impressive. It's one of those things where, like, if you tried it another 100 times, you probably wouldn't get it. Well, he probably would, but you know what I mean. I think that was supposed to be a cross, but it went in. Man, the new signings are flexing their muscles. And Frimpong there is kind of showing what we were so excited about. You know, kind of last season we were saying we're so excited about Kirkes being rapid down the left, Frimpong being rapid down the right. That's what you get with Frimpong. I like that. He's done a Paul Konchesky, yeah. Let's hope let's just hope he doesn't shave his head. How are you, Malusi? We're losing this one. I can feel the tension. It's doing okay so far. I think the I think the Frimpong goal has helped to calm the nerves a little bit. I'm excited with what I've with what I've seen so far. Jenny says get in 1-1. That might be slightly out of date, Jenny. But to be fair, it is that is from a few minutes back. Dan says, I wouldn't go for Isak. He's been very disrespectful towards his colleagues, Howe, and the Newcastle board. I hear where you're coming from. It's one of those things where if it was being done to us, I'd be a lot more annoyed about it. But I think equally receiving 130 million, that cushions the blow slightly. Like if he was leaving on a free, I'd be absolutely fuming. But getting 130 million, I think that helps to a certain degree. You know, Frimpong, like defensively, like he's not all that bad. People, and again, I'm perhaps jumping to conclusions, but sometimes when somebody's good attacking, people then say, "Oh, defensively, he's not very good." But he's looked good so far. There are a lot of Liverpool fans in the bar. Very nice. Are they celebrating when the? Are you watching the match in the bar? Did they celebrate when the goal went in? Oh, were you celebrating when the goal went in? Imagine if that Konchesky goal had won the cup for West Ham. That would have been funny. Drinks break. Which I don't mind, because then it always reminds me to have a drink as well. Edvard says, how was the Liverpool goals? They were both very good goals. First goal, it was Wirtz and Ekitike. So basically, Wirtz assisted for Ekitike. Ekitike took a shot from outside the box, but just on the edge of the box, low into the corner, 1-0. So that was a nice goal. So the two new signings combined. The second Liverpool goal, it was Frimpong. It was a bit of a freak goal. Like to be honest, like he beat the fullback, and then to be honest, I think he tried to cross it, but he ended up lobbing the keeper with the cross, and the cross just kind of went in. But good goals. Dan says Liverpool only offered 110 for Isak. Isak isn't worth 150. Yeah, to be honest, I don't think anybody's worth 150. I think kind of all things considered, a quote unquote reasonable price, if you can call it that, would maybe be around the 130 mark. But it even feels quite silly saying that is reasonable. The boys' party said hello. How you doing? Kanate's on the floor. I don't like saying that sentence. Harry's gone back to his room. He only went down for a drink. He's going out soon, so I can't really watch it, but I heard them celebrate. Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it makes sense. Like, if you're on holiday, definitely enjoy the sights, and you can always watch this back at the airport or something, or watch the highlights back, or watch the goals back or something. Yeah. If I'm away, I typically don't watch football unless it's the evening. I'm more of a like daytime activity, and then if there's something on in the evening, then I'll maybe watch it. Durwood says, I'm sorry, but Isak told them he wanted out. Wissa is doing the same thing because he wants Newcastle. Fans are okay with Wissa, but not Isak. It's the same, except Isak gave a heads up. True. Apparently, he made this clear to them several kind of months ago that he didn't want to stay anymore. And the flip side, it's just a bit of stubbornness at this part, because Newcastle are having a terrible pre-season, and I think they're having a terrible pre-season because of the distraction with respect to this whole Isak story. So like, I just let him go. Like, if he was going for free, I'd understand the hesitancy, but like, I just let him go, get 130 million in, rebuild, and kind of go from there. I think they're only kind of hurting themselves, if I'm honest. Employed Microwave is very disappointed. We drew 0-0 to Northampton. This is Bradford, I believe. What were you expecting? Were you expecting like a 1-0, or were you expecting like a 5-0? You'll have to let us know. He got sweat or something in his eyes. Okay. Well, he's up now, so I think that's the important thing. That's what I was wondering, but I didn't want to jinx it. I didn't want. He's probably at your bar, Harry. He's probably at your bar. If you hear somebody saying meow, you might turn around. He might be behind you. But he'll probably make an appearance soon. Did you see Harry Kane has won a trophy? Indeed, he has. I never thought we'd see the day, but I guess it had to happen eventually. Ekatike is coming very deep for the ball. I've pulled a muscle. Ow. Which is interesting. So Bosley again with the long ball. This seems to be a new part of his game. I think because he's playing a bit deeper now. You know what I mean? Because last year Bosley used to play in the number 10 position. Now he's playing a bit deeper, but he's doing kind of long balls. That's more of a kind of change that I don't recall from last year. Oh yeah, you're good then. You're good. You can watch it at any time. Are you Salah Senior? I do get that sometimes. I get a Salah Senior. I wouldn't say Maresca Senior, because Maresca's older than me. But yeah, I get Salah, I get Maresca, I get Ruben Amorim. I got Ronaldo the other day, and I was like, no, I don't see that. Like Maresca, I can understand. Salah, I can understand. Ruben Amorim, I can understand. But Ronaldo, no. But yeah, I get quite a few. Miles says, don't think we need Isak. Ekatike is that guy, bro. He's looking good. I'd say my only kind of concern is the numbers are looking a bit thin. You know what I mean? Because Diaz is gone. And Nunes is gone. And what's the other one called? Chiesa might also go. So I think we need numbers. At the very least. Jenny is so happy Sonny is not here. So glad. What has happened to Sonny? I'm getting a bit concerned. Have you kidnapped him? Because he he seems to have disappeared. Employed Microwave says very disappointing because we beat the expected title challengers Wickham. Oh right, so Northampton are relegation standard. I see. Is that in the league? Is that like in the league? Because it's probably not a friendly. It's probably a league match. There's a long way to go. If that's any sort of comfort. The boys' party says India's best football is Sunil Chetri. I'll take your word for that. If anybody asks me who India's best football player is now, I will say Sunil Chetri. Jackie Boy is 100% correct. We do need a centre back. We are one Kanate injury away from disaster. I mean, we had Kwanzaa last season, who was fine. We've let Kwanzaa go and we haven't replaced him, so I'm semi-worried. I hope they get somebody in. Camel Live, okay, interesting. Most of them are in English, but I guess that doesn't matter. Good defending by Gakpo. Football Sheds says hi. How you doing, Football Sheds? Hope you're well. Ekitike actually looks quite competent on the wing. Gakpo to Salah. Like, he's not your typical winger because he's very tall. But he looks comfortable there. Yeah, I noticed that, yeah. So Ekitike was on the left and Gakpo was central, but they seem to have switched back now. Harry says, "I see you next live. I'm going out now. Have a good rest of the match and stream. Take care, Harry. Enjoy Barcelona. Enjoy your holiday. Hope you have a nice day." Can't lie, I'm slightly jealous, but that is life sometimes. Drum says, is Van Dijk having a good game? Generally, yeah. I mean, he did give away a penalty, but to me, it wasn't a penalty. I think the player dived, but other than that, fine. Jake says, how's Ekitike doing? He's doing pretty good. He got a goal. So Ekitike scored the first goal. It was an assist by Wirtz. And then Ekitike took a shot pretty much right on the edge of the box. And it was a good shot because it went right into the corner. And you know when you get like a shot low right into the corner, like a goalkeeper probably can't reach that. So yeah, it was a nice goal. It was a nice goal. Finley says, Newcastle curse is almost gone. Malik Theo, welcome, son. To be honest, I think, hopefully that helps. The impression I get is that the whole kind of Isak situation has, I don't want to say corrupted the club, but has kind of cast a shadow over things. And I think for Newcastle to kind of truly be back, they're probably gonna have to sell him and then they can move on. Alex says that Ekitike has been class. Yeah, he has. Nice goal, nice movement as well. But Sabazlai just loves losing the ball sometimes. I don't know why. I've just noticed kind of how similar Alisson and Sabazlai look. I was thinking, well, why is Sabazlai playing in goal, but it's Alisson? Wednesday says Ekatike goal was quite similar to the one he scored against Spurs. Yeah, that's a good comparison. To be fair, it's a good comparison. Drum says, do you think Isak's going to sign? I think so. Because I think he's pretty much burnt his bridges on the Newcastle side. And it's clear Liverpool want him, and I think it's pretty clear that he wants to go. So I think he probably will end up joining. Not for definite, but I'd say more likely than not. Okay, game slowed down a bit now. Players are probably getting tired because it is very hot today. Yeah, it's mostly just kind of Liverpool passing it around the back, to be fair. How have Palace looked? To be honest, not great. Like they got a goal from a penalty, which to me genuinely was not a penalty. But other than that, they've not done much. But equally, like it is pre-season, they're perhaps not quite as fit as they will be in a few months. Yeah, it's very kind of stop-start at the moment. They play for a bit, there's a foul, the game stops, and they play for a bit more, and then there's an offside, the game stops. You know, one of those where you're like, can someone just play for longer than 5 seconds? Henderson takes a goal kick and just kicks it straight out. That is ridiculous, isn't it? I was so surprised. I was so, because it's traditionally pretty much always on ITV or always on kind of BBC, one of those. To be fair, like I presumed the whole week it would be on ITV for some reason, and then I checked the schedule, and then I had to just do a Google search, and they said no, it's not. It is ironic, isn't it? Charity Shield, but this is the type of thing that should. This is the type of game I think that should be free to everyone. Finley says, "What's the score?" It's on the top left. But sometimes it doesn't come up on TikTok. It's 2-1 to Liverpool. Drum says, "Do you think Salah will have a better season?" Nope. It's impossible. I think he had an all-timer season last year. I think he'll have a good season, but last year was kind of out of this world. P5am says Liverpool will be different with McAllister and Gravenberch in the base of the midfield. I mean, that's who we had. That's who we had last year. Do you mean different because of how the other players are set up? Finley says who scored. Ekatike scored the first one. It was Florian Wirtz's assist. Frimpong scored the second one. Szoboszlai assist. Did you see Mings versus Greenwood yesterday? And Villa's next game will be against Partey. I did see that. I think everyone who saw that was kind of became a Tyrone Mings fan at that point. I mean, Greenwood's even spat at him, and it's like, come on, can you make your PR even worse at this point? And I think spitting at somebody is a way to do that. But yeah, I can't say I was much of a Mings fan or a Mings hater previously, but now I quite like a bit of Tyrone Mings. Wednesday's watching a Chelsea Milan on DAZN for free. Chelsea looking pretty strong. I think Chelsea will be very competitive this year. I think they did quite good last year, and I think in particular their signings are very good. João Pedro's looking good. Estevez looking good. They'll definitely be up there. According to Flash Score, Salah's got a 5.9 and Van Dijk's got a 5.4. I don't know what to base this off. Like, I appreciate kind of Van Dijk gave away the penalty, but I think the fact that it was soft is surely going to the score for that. I think most of these kind of score websites, they just look at who scored or who assisted, and they use that as a metric to give a few more points. How are you, Pan Man? Hope you're doing good. Oh, Milan down to 10. I did not know that. So you are right. Yeah, that does help quite a lot. I feel like the detail was left out of the previous point. Ekatike wins the ball back. I don't mean to be overexcited, but I may have been wrong about Hugo from Le Francais. But again, I don't want to draw conclusions off a preseason game. Chelsea needs FFP charges. They must be pretty close at this point. Panman says, were they supposed to stream on YouTube, or was that an accident? I think that was probably an accident on their part. Yeah, I just had the 7 minutes come up there. Tic Tac AF says, with how many Senegal flags? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Senegal flags, saying Mane. I do miss a bit of Sadio. He's probably the best. I think he's probably the best left winger I think Liverpool have had in my lifetime. John Bonds was part of my lifetime, but I was very young, so I didn't really see him, if you know what I mean. But yeah, Mane was amazing. I miss him. Chelsea haven't scored since they went to 10. They are defending pretty crazy then. That's a dangerous crossbar. Is that Munoz guy, that Pixel? I was going to say that Pixel loves, but that Pixel was telling us about, because he's a good player. Drum says, should I switch to Twitch? On Twitch, you get to see me in a horizontal mode, so you get to see more of my room. On Twitch, you can see the mirror behind me, and you can see a Star Wars frame. So Twitch is horizontal, TikTok is vertical, YouTube is horizontal and vertical. People can just pick what they want. Me personally, I'm more of a horizontal guy, but I think a lot of people these days they quite like vertical because of the phones. But I'm more of a horizontal type of guy. Panman says Mane is overrated. Not gonna lie, Gakpo is better. Do you reckon? Strong words. I thought Mane was amazing. Offside. That same site is showing expected goals for Palace 0.93 and Liverpool is no. It's clearly not though. Like, based on what? Are we sure they don't have that the wrong way around? Like 0.06 in particular is very, very low. Like even if we discard the 0.93 for Palace for a second, like 0.06 basically means absolutely no chance. Good. Ekitike lost the ball, but he you know what? I'm slowly falling in love with Ekitike. I don't know why. Again, I don't want to form too many conclusions off this. But just 3 years of Nunes doing the brainless thing and then just seeing somebody with a brain. It's a nice change. Panman said, "Oh my God, what type of website is that? For what specifically? You'll have to remind me." Verts to Frimpong. Ooh, Frimpong hits it over. Hits it over. Can't lie, I'm happy. Again, I wouldn't class this as a proper game, but I'm happy the proper games are back. Pre-season's nice and all, but I can't lie, it's pretty boring. We're just on to 50 minutes, which is 5 added, so there's probably 2 more. Panman says we've controlled possession in almost every way, and 0.06. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Like 0.06 to me is like you know you're getting battered 6-0 and you haven't had a single chance. It wouldn't surprise me if they just say silly things purely to drive traffic to their website, so that people link it and then people laugh at it. But this clearly is not a 0.06. I don't know how I feel about the shorts on this kit. Maybe that's what makes it feel like a Man United kit. I think Jones has played quite well, to be fair. Kerkez and Verts linking up. Kerkez, Gakpo to Verts. Verts to Ekitike. Ooh, just close down. Trouble is, when you've got like 3 players around you, what are you supposed to do? Vert is like yeah, pretty much. That's that's a nice way. That's a nice way to describe him. Kirkers probably shouldn't have dived in there, but we should clear that. It's 52 minutes, so we should be getting a whistle soon. That should be the whistle, yeah. Half time. 1-1. I can't lie, this away kit is growing on me. A lot of people don't like the badge. I think it's fine. At first, I didn't like that it was kind of cream colored. Like I'd prefer it to be like purely kind of white colored. But it's growing on me. Panman says, "Why do I feel like Kanate is gonna pull a Trent and leave on a free?" Let's hope not. That's the fear. I think that's the concern. I think it's a natural feeling to have because he's been a bit cagey and he hasn't signed yet. But I hope they can work a deal out. P5am says Hugo Ekitike, very impressive. Yeah, he's impressed me. Especially like when we were talking about this earlier, and people were saying, "What do you think about Ekitike?" And I was like, "I don't really see it." So I'm happy that that he's actually looking quite good. His link-up play is very good. He's quite intelligent as well. So there's a lot to be excited about. Timer, very true. Oh god. Back to 45. Yeah, and take a shake. That's a good call. That's a good call. I'm hoping this is the last kind of week of crazy hot weather that we have. Like I wanted to go out earlier today, but I was like, it's too hot. I end up going for walks at like 10:30 at night. I just get so many weird looks. Because like nighttime is the only time when it gets a bit cooler. Not that I'd recommend that in general. T says, sad how uninvolved Salah is. Yeah, it'd be nice. It'd be nice to see him get involved in the game a bit more. It's sad, and it is sad from that perspective. But perhaps the flip side is, it's sad to see. It's happy to see how involved the new signings are. You know what I mean? Like it's happy. It's happy. It's good to see how involved Wirtz is. It's good to see how involved Ekitike is. It's good to see how involved Kirkes is. It's good to see how involved Frimpong is. Wirtz and Ekitike looked really good, but if I'm being critical, sometimes they try to be too cute like this. What do you mean by cute? Like in terms of like you'd prefer it if they move the ball a bit quicker, kind of that type of thing. The little flicks and stuff between each other, intricate play. Fair enough. For me, like, it hasn't really bothered me too much. I like having that difference in the team, because if you think about who is around them, like Gakpo is not cute at all. He's go from A to B. Szoboszlai is not cute at all. He's purely go from A to B. So I'd say I like having that variance in the team. Ekitike is quite pacey for a tall, versatile player. Yeah, he surprised me. He's quick. It's quicker than you'd think. I think we're all kind of programmed to thinking the tall players are very slow, because they were quite slow when we were growing up, I guess. But he's pacey, and he's quite tricky as well. Warning guy says, I agree, but that's just the style of player they are. They will adapt. True. SB says, being caught on Kirk's side too much. Yeah, sometimes he does kind of go diving in, and then kind of leaves the whole side exposed. But yeah, hopefully he can find balance to a certain degree. Yeah, if I was to pick anything, yeah. Yeah, that's probably what I'd pick as well. I think everything else has been fine. I think Rio is on the bench, so it'd be nice. It'd be nice if he came on. Does Van Dijk know something? I got the I have the impression that Van Dijk might know something. That is kind of funny. Bailey says full 1 trust. I can see that happening. My prediction was 2-1 at the start, but I'd rather be wrong and rather it be a full 1. Yeah, that is. Panman says a good snapshot. Yeah, that's the face of somebody who knows. And look, like Van Dijk's on the left and Gahey's on the right, so this is probably how they'd line up together. And Alisson's behind Van Dijk. What more do you want? This is a literal sign. Can't wait for McAllister and Grav to come back and see what the team's actually saying. Yeah, of course. I totally forgot that McAllister's not playing. But you are right. You are right about that. Julian's worried about our defense. I think we do need another defender, purely from a numbers perspective. T said, imagine adding Isak to this. My goodness. Yeah. It's it wouldn't even be funny at that point. Like it'd be a literal cheat code. They're just replaying the goals. They're doing their little halftime thing. That they're replaying the Frimpong one. That was a cross, right? That was a cross. Jenny says, surprisingly, no. In the Premier League era, only 8 of the 33 winners of the Charity or Community Shield have gone on to win the title. 5 of those happened not too long ago. Interesting. The thing is, the Charity Shield in many ways, it's not much of a metric for anything, because I think teams are at kind of different levels of fitness. You know what I mean? So I like, even if we lose this, which we still can, I won't read too much into it. Patricia says, nice Liverpool jersey, mate. Thank you. I quite like this one. A lot of people don't like this one. But I like it. It seems like you like it as well, so that's good to hear. It's different, and it will always be a Premier League winning jersey. So yeah, I quite like this one. What do you think of the new one? I think the new one's nice. I'll probably get it. I don't like the priest collar. The collar, like, I'm not. Why does the collar make it look like the players want to take confession? Like, I'd prefer the new shirt if it didn't have the white collar. I'll probably still get it, but if I had to pick something out about the new shirt I don't like, it 100% be the collar. Fasil says, don't celebrate a goal from Liverpool. I will send you $200. To be fair, I pretty much never celebrate, to be honest. I'm the most docile when it comes to celebrations. But it's okay. You can keep the 200. Frimpong took his shot for his goal at 2020. Okay, so that was actually a shot. That's impressive then. Like, if he meant to do that, that's super impressive. SB says, from what I've seen, I'd play Ekatike out left if we were to get Isak in. Seems very effective. Yeah, his versatility has surprised me. I thought, perhaps naively, that he's, one of those big men, Peter Crouch type of players that you just kind of, one of those kind of Peter Crouch type players who you just stick centre forward, stick up front as a centre forward. But no, he's quite versatile. I'm quite impressed. Panman said, what happened to Gravenberch, by the way? Everyone's congratulating him. I think his partner had a baby, I think. So that's why he's not playing today. To be critical, she could have had the baby next week when he's suspended, because then he wouldn't, but I guess she could have pick and choose. Ah, yeah, Hand of Jota 2020. Hadn't noticed that. I love how Frimpong celebrated that goal like he meant it. I'll need to watch it back. I'll need to watch it back. To me, it looked like a cross, but I'm kind of like multitasking, kind of thing like this constantly. How you doing, Harry? Hope you're good. Harry says, Frimpong and Ekatike both scoring on the debut, which is good for you. It's really good. And to add to that, Florian Wirtz got the assist for the Ekatike goal. So yeah, things are looking encouraging with the new players. So assist for Wirtz, goal for Ekatike, goal for Frimpong. Looking pretty good. T says, don't sleep on Bendok either. Yeah, Bendok's looking pretty good. In the Bilbao game in particular, he was very effective down the right hand side. Got a goal as well. Bendok's one of those players who I feel like his dribbling is amazing and his trickery is amazing. It's just his final ball sometimes which is missing. If he can just work on that, I think it'll be amazing. I don't want to sell him. I really like him. There's some rumours that Liverpool might cash in, but I think there's a player there. Oh, you're right. It's not a debut. It's not a debut. His debut, Ekatike debut was the Bilbao game. Yeah, Frimpong took the shot at 2020. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Rio is warming up. You are right, to be fair. This isn't a competitive match. It's just friendly. So I think we were talking about this at the start. Like, if we win, great. But like, tomorrow, is anybody gonna care? Would I care tomorrow that we won the Charity Shield? No. But the flip side is, if we lose, will I care tomorrow that we lost? No. Rio will play. Yeah. I'd like to see him come on. I'm not sure I agree with that. I think the players have had debuts. I think the distinction here is they haven't had a competitive debut. But Ekatike has debuted for Liverpool, just in a friendly. But yeah, I think it's fair to say they haven't had a competitive debut yet. T said happily cash in for 25-30, but I think he's genuinely has a valid. Yeah, I think he does. I think he does have a valid skill set. Can actually send people. Yeah, he's got that kind of low. He's got that kind of low center of gravity, which not a lot of players have, and it makes it kind of very hard to get the ball off him. Bendok, like, I really like him. It's just his final ball sometimes is not there. But I think if you can, I'm not ready to kind of give up on him yet. Jenny says, don't you think it's weird in a good way that they scored on the 20th minute? Yeah. It's poetic. The second half has started. There we go. Harry said, who's going to win the Ballon d'Or? Definitely not Salah, to be fair. Definitely not Salah. Probably like Dembele or somebody. It's a PR thing these days. Just whoever's the most popular. Cross by Kirkes. Ooh, Ekatike. Ekatike got the height. Ekatike got height on the ball. But didn't quite get it on target. That's true. Rival fans will care. They'll probably care more that if we win this, they'll probably care more that we won it than we did. I can't speak for everyone, but literally tomorrow I will not care about this game. It's just one of those things. Like, it'll give you a nice evening or it'll give you a sad evening, but then tomorrow I won't be fussed. Are the Charity Shield wins on the wall? I'm not sure, you know. I'm actually not sure. Jenny says, how he not scored that? Oh my god, is that the header? I thought he was gonna score that, but it looks like he was just. It might just have been off balance, or it might just have been a rubbish header. I'll have to see it back. T agrees on Doug's final ball. End of the day, it's just depth also for foreseeable future. Nice option. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. But I'm convinced there's a player there. As you are, to be fair. Fasil says, I'll send you $1,000 and if you don't speak until Crystal Palace score. To be honest, $1,000 ain't gonna do nothing. Just keep it, it's fine. Charlie says, if you had to pick 3 players to sign for Liverpool, who would it be? Oh God, I don't know. I don't know if there are 3 players. Like maybe Isak would be one. A centre back. But I don't know. I don't kind of know who's available on the market. And maybe a midfielder. P5am, check the charity shields are not on the wall. Okay, that makes me feel a bit better. Corner by Verts. Harry says Sesko will outscore Gyökeres. Certainly possible. What you think? You think Sesko will get 7 goals then? Is Gakpo putting the spray in the? Gakpo, did you see that? Gakpo's attached the spray back onto the referee's belt buckle on his backside. Those are good suggestions. I can't lie. The ref cleaned out the Palace player. They're just showing the replay here. Ooh, what is that? Is he not gonna go to VAR for that? Is he not gonna send himself off for that? Harry says Sesko 15, Gyökeres 9. Is that in the Premier League? Well, I guess it would be because Man United don't have European football. But okay, so all comps, so you'd include like FA Cup, those sorts of things. Fair enough. I think that's quite reasonable, to be fair. I saw Bradley Barcola links if we don't land Isak. Thought that was interesting. Yeah, I think and I hope that's more of a smoke screen. Like for me, Isak's the number 1 target, and if they can't get the number 1 target, I just feel like they should save their money. When Isak is available next year. Fasil said hi. How you doing? Yeah, and the thing is with Barcola as well. He's on PSG's bench. For me, we shouldn't be targeting PSG's bench players, because I think if they're not good enough for PSG's first team, then they're not good enough for us. RZ Veya said, "Ooh, hello, bro. Me, Mahmood. How you doing, Mahmood?" Yeah, liquid football. Eagles Piggles says you look like Salah. I do get that quite a lot. I get Salah, I get Maresca. I also get Ruben Amorim. I see what people are referring to. Yeah, from Wish, the discount version, or should we say from Aldi, the Aldi version. Matteo says, "Mi salute." How you doing, Matteo? I think that means hello, but I hope you're good. Fasil is insistent on making me do something if Liverpool win. If Liverpool won, you don't sleep for 1 day. Oh, that's impossible. It's like I was saying earlier. If Liverpool win, it's nice for a few hours and then I won't care. If Liverpool lose, I'm sad for a few hours and then I won't care. You know what I mean? Life goes on. Tomorrow I've got to cook dinner. Tomorrow I've got to clean. Tomorrow I'll have 100 tasks to do. Kai said, why it not on ITV? Yeah, good question. It should be free. I actually thought it'd be on ITV, and I was shocked when it wasn't. Salah should have set up verts there. Fasil says, I will subscribe. Thank you, Fasil. How you doing, Tom? Eagles Piggles says, Ruben 100%. Fair enough. I think as far as managers go, I think Ruben Amorim, he looks like a relatively normal person, so I'll take that. Like if you had said Sam Allardyce, I'd be a bit more concerned. Get up, man. These players constantly diving. The referee waved that one off. They just get into the box, they run, and then they fall over. But yeah, Ruben Amorim I'll take. If it was Sam Allardyce, I'd be a bit more concerned. Kai says, is it on TNT? It is on TNT. Why does Donnarumma want to go to United? Probably for money, as most things. I'm not hearing any complaints about the roof at the moment. Isn't the roof leaking? Or those complaints just come out in November, don't they? When after all the players have flopped. So we might need to take bets on when the roof complaints come out. I mean, that I was thinking that in my head, to be fair. I was like, to be fair, it hasn't rained for a while. I realized that after I said it. Gakpo. Fasil said he will send me $1,000 if I just keep quiet. The thing is, though, I'd probably just spend it on things that rot my mind and my teeth. I'd be far too irresponsible. Gravenberch baby was born last night. Well, congratulations to Ryan Gravenberch. That explains why he's away today. Is he on paternity leave? Do football players get paternity leave? I guess they should. They are employees, I guess. Carlos Eduardo dos Santos said, Brazilian League is more fun to watch than Premier League or any European league. Brazilian League is great. It's good. The only problem for me is the timing. Like I want to watch the Brazilian League, but it comes on like 1:30 a.m. my time, like in the morning, like at night. So it makes it a bit more difficult for me to watch. But it is a good league, 100%. Yeah, Gravenberch is banned for Friday, so he's got time off. I was thinking, like, if the baby could have been born next week, that would have lined up perfectly. I just realized my time is like 10 seconds behind to like what it actually is. See if I can fix that. Good ball over the top by Palace, but Alisson runs out of his box and basically karate kicks it out. Jenny says the hardest league to get promoted out of is the Championship, and it's the most fun. I think you're right. I think there's a lot of competition in the Championship, and I think to a certain degree the playoffs make it even harder. It explains why I guess it explains why teams are so happy when they do get promoted, because what they've done is pretty difficult. Corner to Crystal Palace. Adam Wharton will be taking it. Somebody's gone down back post. Sabazlai's gone down. Yeah, especially if it's Alisson running at you. Curtis Jones's positioning on this corner is quite interesting. And he lost his header. What a surprise. Thankfully Alisson caught it. Completely lost his man and he got a header. Hate to say I told you so, but... Come on, guys, move the ball a bit quicker. They're kind of waiting for Crystal Palace to come onto them, but Crystal Palace don't want to press that high. The game feels like a bit of a stalemate at the moment. So Bosley doing what he always does, which is lose the ball. Really good save by Alisson. Kind of amazing save by Alisson. The Sabazlai need to come off because he's playing the McAllister role and he just keeps on losing the ball. And I'm starting to get a bit annoyed now. I think McAllister's on the bench. He might be an option there. He's trying to play these passes like in between three players, but he doesn't have that passing ability. He's kind of more athletic. Yeah, it was a really good save. I thought, was it Eze? I thought he was going to go far post, but he went near post and Alisson still somehow saved it. Yeah, he's physically he's very good, but I can't lie. Sometimes the passing frustrates me. Especially when like he's playing in a deeper role at the moment. So if you do a bad pass, the risk is significantly higher because you're deeper. So instead of losing the ball in the number 10 position, he's losing the ball in his own half. Liverpool also not quite pressing as high. They seem to be letting Palace come onto them, which is interesting. At P5am says putting McAllister in there will be night and day. Yeah, I think he's on the bench, isn't he? So hopefully he comes on. Yeah, I'd probably bring McAllister on. Again, if he's fully fit and there's no concerns about his fitness. Because this is still a friendly, so if he's not fully fit, then I'd probably leave it. Good stop by Alisson. SB would give Rio a run. Yeah, I definitely want to see him come on. Maybe. Do you think Gakpo's faded a bit? Maybe give it 5 more minutes or something. But yeah, I definitely want to see him come on. Somebody's McAllister's coming on. Fantastic. Just what we need. Is that Endo? Looks like Endo might also be coming on. Apparently Simicast might be off as well. Nottingham Forest, I think. How's that a foul by Salah? I mean, if anything, Salah was fouled. To be fair, I can't remember the last time we had a shot, so those expected goal figures are a bit more realistic now. I don't know what that means, Facile. That's probably me after this, eating. Jenny says, what do you think of his game today? Not seen much of it. I think he's been fine. He got a nice assist. Some nice kind of link-up play. I wouldn't say he's been here he is with the ball now. So Bosley to Verts. Ooh, goes over. Yeah, probably should have done better with that. To be fair, he was in a good position. Yeah, should have done a lot better with that. Fish is here. Says hi, sir. Sorry, I was in a concert. Well, firstly, what concert were you in? That's the important question. And secondly, your best friend Harry was here earlier, and he was saying, "Where's Fish?" And I said, "I'm not sure, but I'm sure Fish will be around later." Subs coming on, Endo's coming on, which is interesting, and McAllister's also coming on. You went to a classical concert. Fair enough. I forget that you have very refined tastes. You mentioned that last time that you made a diss track on Harry. I want to hear it though. If you made a diss track. And what are you dissing him about? That's also what I'm curious about. The way Endo's fought his way back into slot plans is very impressive. Yeah, I mean he could have quite easily just downed tools and thrown a fit, but he said, "You know what? I'm just gonna do the best I can for the team. Not be egotistical." And yeah, he's being rewarded for it. So Ekatike has come off and Jones is off. Okay. And McAllister's on and Endo's on, which is interesting. So who's going up front? Is Verts going up front or is Gakpo going up front? And Verts on the left? I guess we'll see. Fish says it's out. Is it on your YouTube channel? Where's Rio? I can't wait till we play Chelsea and he scores against them. Yeah, I'd like to see him come on in this game, at the very least. Is Sabazlai playing striker now? Or is I think it might be like a double 10. Oh no, Sabazlai is playing striker. Fair enough. Malusi says cooking so far. Yeah, doing pretty well. Winning 2-1. We've just had that quite interesting change of formation. So it looks like Sabazlai is up front, which kind of makes sense. They're probably going to use Sabazlai to kind of press high and kind of win the ball high, I think. Fish is a big fan of Verts. Mohammed says, is Rio even on the bench? Do you think he will come on? He is on the bench. I hope he comes on. I hope so. Someone's gone down. Why is Frimpong gone down? I don't want Frimpong going down because Bradley can't stay fit for more than 5 seconds. Tyler Morton went to Lyon. He did. I think that's a good move. Good move for him. Good move for Liverpool. They get a nice fee. I hope Frimpong's not seriously hurt because we don't have another right back. Was it Endo that took him out? He should survive. He should survive that. Fasil thinks Salah will score. I mean, there's always a possibility. If you got Salah on the pitch, he'll score. Henderson has his hat on. He's ready to go. Yeah, it was Endo kind of clattered into him. But I think he should be okay. That kind of thing should go away after a few minutes. Malusi says they're going to defend. That's why. You might be right about that. Palace give the ball back to Alisson. Mohammed says, I didn't see him when they showed the bench. Is it because he's 15 and not 8? That shouldn't be a problem. I think he's 16. When I saw the team sheet at the start, he was definitely on there. Are Liverpool playing like 5 at the back? Or am I imagining that? He turns 16 next month. Really? Wow. I thought he was 17 next month. But fair enough. Oh, he's smacked Will. Says hi. How you doing? A Borussia Dortmund fan, I believe. Jake says he'll be 17. Yeah, I think he'll be 17. That's the way I understood it. He's 16 now, and he'll be 17 soon. But I could be wrong. Yeah, he did very well. He did very well. He did very well in pre-season. Palace are through. Palace has scored. Oh, that's pretty horrible. But fair enough. That's life. We need to see that goal back. Oh, your fish's uncle. Ah, good to know. I'm meeting the entire fish family at the moment. Is that a foul on Gakpo? You could definitely make the argument that's a foul on Gakpo. Yeah, I had a feeling it'll be 17. This is going to this is just what I need in this hot weather. Oh god. I'm already baking. How good was Brannigan? I don't remember it. I remember his name. Was it Cameron Brannigan? Liverpool have been sloppy. Yeah, have been slightly sloppy. Mohammed says get Rio on right now. I wouldn't mind that. I don't remember. There was Fish. There was Fish's dad. Fasil saying hi, which I... 2-2 get in. Says she. No extra time, straight to penalties. Well, that's a relief to a certain degree. Oh, that's a poor pass. Fish is in year 7. Straight to pens. Is Rio like any good at penalties? I'd like rather bring him on now for his kind of pace, but... P5am says feels like a cup final now. Yeah, it's got more of a final vibe to it. Love Mo Salah, but you should get off for Rio. The thing is, like, Salah would be very good. I don't know if that's a handball by McAllister, to be fair. I think that's a handball. I think that's a handball, being totally honest. You look like Salah and Amarim, said Fasil. Salah and Amarim, and also Maresca. To me, that's a clear handball. That's a penalty to Palace. So, just being objective. Not being dishonest. Has he not given it? That's ridiculous. That's a clear handball. Maybe it's karma for the first one. For the first one, which I didn't think was a penalty, but to me that's a clear handball. Fish, sorry. Oh, he smacked Will, said oi. Harvey Elliott's coming on. To be honest, this is the type of game where he'd do well. I was waiting for that. I think this is the type of setup where I think he can do really well. Fasil with every possible emoji there. Endo wins the ball back. Endo then decides to try and dribble past the entire team. It's like, bro, just win the ball back and then give it to someone else. Kirkes Sabozlai. Kirkes again. Kirkes with a cross to Salah. Ooh, good shot by Salah. Unfortunately, it was right down the middle. Well, that's better. I'll be mad if Elliot goes to Spurs of all the teams. Yeah. The thing is, they've got that... I think Maddison's out with an ACL. So they're probably thinking they could swap those around. Jay says not even a shot on target for Salah today, other than the one like literally 20 seconds ago. But other than that, yeah, not much. How Crystal Palace did not get a penalty when his hand was not in a natural position. Say true ever know you're a Liverpool fan. Again, Jenny, completely wrong. If you rewind it to when that happened, you'll see what I said. My niece named Yanuzai is year 7. Very nice. Elliot's coming on. I think Verts is coming off. Oh, hello, bro. Me, Mahmood. Ah, yes, I remember you from before. SB says Maka been sloppy. Yeah, it doesn't look fully fit at the moment. Which probably why he was on the bench. But yeah, that was a clear handball. Mohammed wants to see Rio. Is it penalties like straight after this, or is it extra time? Good. Kirk has had some good tackles. I'm from you. I don't know what that means, Fasil. I'm from you. It's penalty straight after. Okay. Probably for the best because it's so damn hot today. I don't know if I can sit here for another half an hour. Elliot Salah. Frimpong, who's recovered from his injury. Endo winning the ball again. Endo showing the value that he brings. Will said the name 5 things about fish. But thankfully Will has also named 5 things about fish, so we're good. Can I add a sixth thing, which is that he really loves Tesco. And he really loves Daily Blind. Salah's booked for holding a player back, which I think is probably fair. Because I think he did stop the counter attack. Anymore? He's also from Poland. What people does he hate? Apparently he hates Harry, but I feel like it's a love-hate relationship, really. Also has an obsession with mac and cheese. That must be 10 things now. Ooh, is that Elliot wins the ball there? And then Elliot gets... I mean, Elliot's played quite well. Are you looking forward to the heat waves on the way? Absolutely not. I detest the hot weather. I've got like an air conditioner in my house, so Tuesday is going to be the worst day. Tuesday is going to be proper hot. So I'm just going to be sitting next to that the entire day. Even now, there's a window here, and like this side of my face is like burning. Fish hates Harry, Nunez, Rice, Oxalate, and my mom. Wow. But you didn't say that you hated me, so that's good enough. How good was Nuri Sahin for us, Red? Sorry, I'm a Bournemouth fan. You're a Bournemouth fan. Why do you have a Borussia Dortmund picture then? That's what I'm wondering. Sahin, I think we got him on loan. Was he on loan from like Dortmund, from your team? He was okay from what I recall. Not quite as good as I expected. Elliot to Salah. I think Salah's on side. 1-on-1 with the defender. Defender defends it very well. Is that Wednesday? Are you saying Wednesday it's going to be hot? It looked like, from what I remember, Tuesday was going to be proper hot. The thing is, if it's penalty straight after this, then there's probably no point seeing Rio. Because like penalties for a 16-year-old feel a bit more challenging than, you know, bringing him on the pitch to dribble past players. You miss Klopp at Dortmund? I'm not surprised. Emilio says, please give me a shout out. Shout out to Emilio. Mr. Default says, come on, Palace Absolute Cinema. This is why we need Lindelof. Like we were saying the other day. If Liverpool had Lindelof, they would not concede. Sheffield Wednesday. Oh, that's what you were saying. They're winning away from home. Score. It should be on the top left of the screen, but it's 2-2. Emilio said, thank you so much. No worries. You sold Lindelof to Liverpool on your career mode. How much did you sell him for? Oh, or more importantly, how much did Liverpool buy him for? 12 million. Yeah, Gehi hobbling off here. I hope Gehi isn't hurt bad. Yeah, If he's hurt bad, then he's not going to pass the medical. Wembley Stadium is massive. It's almost too big. I've sat there like at the top, and you just can't see anything because it's just too far. You're just too far away. Do you think we have a chance to win? I think there's a chance, but like with penalties, I tend to kind of favour the underdog. Jenny can't stop laughing about all this talk about Liverpool being the real deal. Oh my God! Wow. Well, I think City should win it easily then. Ooh, saved. LFC Moose needs centre backs more than strikers. 2 centre backs minimum. Yeah, there's just no cover there. Especially if say Kanate is out. Why have they got F1 simulators? What? Was that really worth firing the dinner ladies and the canteen staff over? And who's the simulator for? Is that like to play at lunchtime, like if you're bored kind of thing? I mean, surely fix the roof with that money. Fish is back. That's good to hear. Ooh, Palace almost scored there. Almost scored. Sacked an entire workforce for F1 for F1 simulators. Yeah, it is weird. Like, kind of why? Is it Mason Mount? That's probably where he'd spend most of his time. Full time, is it penalties now? Penalties are probably good because it's far too hot to sit here for another half an hour. Did the 2 goals come from 3 new signings? Yeah. Ekatike got the first goal. It was a Verts assist. Frimpong got the second goal. But to be fair, I did feel like the team in general kind of faded as the match went on. So I don't know if that's a fitness thing, but it's something I'll have to keep an eye on. Mohammed says, yes, penalties. Got the notification straight to penalties. Fair enough. Can't sit here for another half an hour. It's far too hot. I just got a notification 5-4 to Palace on penalties. Kind of the same thing we were saying earlier. If we win, that's great. But tomorrow we won't care about the win. If we lose, unfortunate, but tomorrow we won't care about the loss. But naturally you'd rather win. Robbo's got a bloody nose, probably from the heat. They're not used to this up north. Either that or he probably got into into a anxious tackle. Mohammed says, get ready for Tuesday and Monday. In what context? The next game is Wednesday, I think. Spurs versus PSG. Malusi says, what a time to support Liverpool. Oh right, you meant from a temperature perspective, yeah. Hopefully this is like the last heat wave of the summer. Mr. Default is so excited for Sunday versus Arsenal. Can't wait to lose. You never know. It wouldn't surprise me if you. It wouldn't surprise me if you got something from that game. You might have like a new signing bounce. You never know. It's possible. Pens are on the LFC side. Well, that's a positive. Melusi said, we are so cooked. I am also cooked in this heat. Like that egg that you have put in your pan there. That is literally me at the moment. And everyone else. Okay, so Alisson's kit, it's grey on the back and it's kind of darker on the front. Interesting. Yeah, more pressure when you're taking pens at the other or behind the opposition fans. I hate that meme so much now. Was it Alan Shearer? Pressures for tires. That one and the Steve McManaman, we'll have a look. Of course, we'll have a look. I hate that one as well. Chloe Kelly doing it is so cringe. Yeah, is that the what's its face? Is that the England women's team? Fasil is Fish's father. Good to know. Salah up first. I'm not trembling. I need to go pee. which is another reason why I didn't want there to be extra time. Salah's penalty goes over. So now he's missed 2 penalties in a row. Which is fantastic. The one against Bilbao he hit over. And this one he also hit over. Mr. Default was 100% correct. Mr. Default is Mr. Oracle. Melusi will not be happy if Liverpool lose. Well, Liverpool are currently losing because Mateta has scored. Right into the corner. Yeah, Salah just kept at it. McAllister taking the second penalty. No, but I really need to go pee. It's the Community Shield, not the Premier League. Yeah, pretty much goes back to what we were saying at the start. If we win, great, but tomorrow we won't care about the win. If we lose, unfortunate, tomorrow won't care. McAllister misses his penalty as well. To be fair, that was a better penalty, but that was a very good save by Henderson. Yeah, people are very reactionary. They form conclusions purely based off the last game. I think this might be Eze taking a penalty. Eze misses, but like he deserves to miss because he did that silly little run up thing. Hello, Mahmood. Yeah, Allison saved it. I don't know if they're going to do some nonsense by saying he was off his line. Gakpo with a penalty. Gakpo scores. Gakpo shows Salah how it's done. Yeah, it was a nice penalty, to be fair. Powerful and right into the corner. King Mo still try hand his ball. That is true. To be fair, like Gakpo's penalty was very good. I think Sabazlai, like before Sabazlai joined, I think he had like 100% penalty record. So I'd like to see Sabazlai take a penalty here and maybe take the penalties in general. Palace has scored. That was a good penalty, to be fair. He did that weird kind of run-up thing, which I always find a bit annoying. Elliot taking the next penalty. I can't remember, was the Sabazlai still on the pitch or not? Elliot's penalty saved. These lot need to practice penalties because you can't miss 3 of them. That's a poor penalty. Yeah, I think. Oh god, I think Palace have probably got this. Ooh, Palace player misses. Malusi says Gakpo should have been the one to take first. Yeah, I mean his penalty was amazing. Palace should have really wrapped up the game there, but ended up hitting the ball. Okay, now Szoboszlai is taking a penalty. Szoboszlai, good penalty. I don't think he's ever missed the penalty. That might be the best penalty of the lot. Mr. Default says update. It's 2-2 on penalties, but Crystal Palace have the last one. So if Crystal Palace score this, then they've won it. To be honest, it's probably unlikely that they miss this. That was a good penalty, to be fair. Top corner. So Palace win the Community Shield. It is what it is. As we said at the start of the game, if we win, that's nice, but we won't care tomorrow. If we lose, that's unfortunate, but we won't care tomorrow. Well done, Palace. Palace win the cup respectfully. No, why? Liverpool is the best club, says MN Slay BS. Palace should have won after that handball. Yeah, the McAllister one was a clear handball, to be fair. I guess where it perhaps balances out to a certain degree is, I didn't think was it Saar in the first half? I didn't think the Saar penalty was a penalty, the one that they did get. So I thought, okay, maybe that's balancing it out. But yeah, good win for Palace. Fish hates Henderson. Malusi says, I knew it. What a day. To be honest, I'm just glad that there was no extra time. Because I'm baking. Have a good night, says Durwood. Time for lunch. Enjoy your lunch. I shall be back on Wednesday when it's PSG Spurs, so that should be good. I might grab some lunch as well. Calvin says Mickey Mouse trophy anyway, 100%. Palace best club in the world. To be fair, they did play really well today. Malusi is not happy. I don't even know what that emoji is. That like a cry? Is that like a crying emoji? What is that one there? To be fair to Palace, they're not like jumping up and down. You know what I mean? They're not that kind of going crazy over the top. Do you play FIFA? I used to a few years ago. Not so much anymore. I mostly play like horror games and like adventure games. I recently finished Doom the Dark Ages. That was good. Playing through an RPG game now called Metaphor Fantasia. So yeah, that's the game I'm playing at the moment. Yeah, it wasn't a good performance, to be fair. And I feel like he could have maybe not redeemed, but he could have maybe done a bit better with the penalty, but the penalty was awful. Smacked it over the bar. Yeah, take care, Malusi. See you soon. Be back on Wednesday. PSG versus Spurs Super Cup. Yeah, Salah's penalty was terrible. Even the Bilbao game, The Bilbao game, which was the last pre-season game, he skied that one over as well. But fair enough. Good game. I'm going to go eat because I'm starving. And because it's too hot in this room. But anyway, take care, guys. See you Wednesday. Enjoy.